allowed. Well, according to theatrical folklore. And now a new production of Macbeth is coming to Liverpool. The Scottish play is being performed by students of Liverpool Community College next week, and the production promises to be Shakespeare as you've never seen him before. We're promised tap dancing troopers and singing witches, no less. I'm joined in the studio to tell us a little bit more about it by Paul Carmichael, who's the director, and two of the cast, Danny Roberts, who's playing Macbeth, and Kim Hatton, who's playing Lady Macbeth. Hello.
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 Thanks very much indeed for coming in. Paul, this sounds like an intriguing production. How have you approached this Macbeth?
The same way I would sort of just about any other Shakespeare, really. If you look at it just as like a 400-year-old play, then you're not going to get anybody's interest at all, because these things have been done time and time and time again. So you're looking at a way of just making it a little bit more interesting, a bit more funky, and just doing something new with it. That's always the way that I approach them. And I think that's definitely what we've kind of done here.
It definitely sounds like it. I mean, I don't think tap dancing's featured much in Shakespeare.
I don't think so, no. It's because people know certain things about Macbeth. They know it's got three witches, and they are always performed in this sort of stereotypical way. And one of the major things that I found was I just didn't want it to have this sort of very bland opening that it usually would have. So we looked for a different way of doing it, and I think our opening, which is certainly... It's a little bit camp. It's completely over the top. But I think it's something which sort of the audience will enjoy. And from that point on, they won't really know what's going to happen. And that's what theatre's, when it's at its best, really.
Tell us about the cast, because we know they're students at the community college. What sort of stage of their studies are they at?
There are second-year national diploma students. So they're around 17 to 18. And this is the last sort of major production that they'll do with us before they go off to university and drama school starting in September. So the 2 years, they kind of build up to this, really. They've got a choice of pieces that they can do. We've got a musical piece, there's a devised piece, and there's this classical piece as well. And it's just an opportunity, like I was saying, to experiment with a very old piece of work. And when it comes to Macbeth, it's got, as you said, it's got all these sort of things where you don't mention its name and stuff, for good reasons quite often. And I thought, let's look at this, approach it in a new way, and just see if we can get the students into it. And they've embraced it. They really have. They're loving it. It's great.
OK, well, Danny and Kim, will you be able to give us a little extract, if that's OK? I know you've brought something with you if you want to. I don't know if one of you wants to set the scene and tell us what we're going to hear.
In this scene now that we're just about to do, they've just had a party scene, and basically Macbeth's starting to have doubts about what they're going to do, which is the murder of killing King Duncan. And basically Macbeth's saying, "Are you stupid? No, we're going to do it."
No, he doesn't want to do it at all.
Well, he doesn't, but she does.
Yeah.
OK, off you go.
"He has almost supped. Why have you left the chamber?"
"Hath he asked for me?"
"No, you not as he."
"We'll proceed no further in this business. He hath honoured me of late, and I have brought golden opinions from all sorts of people, which be worn now in the nearest glass, not cast aside so soon."
"Was the hope drunk wherein you dressed yourself? Hath it slept since? And wakes it now to look so green and pale at what it did so freely? From this time such I account thy love. Art thou afeard to be the same in thine own act and valour, as thou art in desire?"
"Prithee, peace. I dare do all, and may become a man. Who dares do more is none."
"What beast was it, then, that made you break this enterprise to me? When you durst do it, then you was a man. I have given suck, and know how tender it is to love the babe that milks me. I would, while it was smiling in my face, have plucked my nipple from its boneless gums, and I dashed the brains that I swerve you have done to this."
"If we should fail..."
"We fail! But screw your courage to the stick in place and will not fail."
And Kim, you're definitely giving it a bit of the Lady Macbeth face there.
Yeah, you really get into character on that.
But she's one of the greats, isn't she, of the theatre for women as a part to
Very
play.
evil, yeah.
But you're glad to get your teeth stuck into that.
Oh, yeah. It's a really good contrast to what an everyday person normally is, to play this really, really evil villain.
And was it a play that you knew much before this?
Yeah, I think the majority of people, especially around my age, know the play Macbeth, whether doing acting or not, because you tend to do it in English at school, and you really tend to get a bad perception of it. And I wasn't too fond of the play from like the actual perception, what you get. But doing it now, you find out so many different things, and it's really not what you actually think it is. It's so different.
And Danny, have you enjoyed it as well?
Yeah, I've loved it. I mean, I did it in year 6, and I was the second murderer. So to go from there to this, it's a big change, and it's getting over the language, which a lot of people don't understand, but once you've crossed that barrier and you start to know the words and understand them, it's so much more fun to get into it.
And that, Paul, must be great to hear that kind of affirmation of what you're doing from these two.
It is. It's fantastic. I mean, I've always loved Shakespeare. I see it as just as relevant in terms of theatre as anything that's contemporary. I think that the whole thing with the language is often because people think it has to be said in this particular way, which has this rhythm, and it doesn't. You know, if you think about the emotion behind the lines and you put the emotion when you're saying it, it kind of sinks in and people just understand it. That's the way I think it should be played anyway. So
give us the details then, when it's on and how people can get tickets.
It's on May the 6th and May the 7th, so next Tuesday and Wednesday at 7:30 at the Arts Centre, which is on Myrtle Street, just by the Philharmonic Hall. And if anybody would like to get a ticket, they are £5 or £3 concessions, and you can call 252 4312 or 252 4375.
Expertly done. Didn't even look down for a second. Congratulations and good luck as well.
Thank you very much.
And good luck for your future careers. I'm sure this will stand you in good stead for a life in the theatre. That's Paul Carmichael, who is the play's director, Danny Roberts playing Macbeth, and Kim Hatton playing Lady Macbeth, and they're both students at Liverpool Community College. Allowed, well, according to theatrical folklore, and now a new production of Macbeth is coming to Liverpool. The Scottish play is being performed by students of Liverpool Community College.